welcome back. I don't know where we left off at this point, 'cause I've been doing a lot of editing of the footage and not so much playing the game. So wherever we left off, we're picking back up. Wherever we left off, we're picking back up. What a dumb way to put that. After a word from our sponsor. Just kidding, it's me, I'm the sponsor. If you are not following me on social media, you might not know about my other project, which is the Neurospicy Workbook, and I'm going to put some recording of that here. It is a habit tracker, task tracker, journal, scheduler thing. Web app currently, hopefully someday an app on the App Store. I created it and it's in testing process now, and I'm looking for more testers. So if that sounds like something that you would be interested in, I started working on it because I love task tracking and everything, but I feel like they never work the right way for my brain. So I was trying to play around with different ideas to make something that makes me more productive without the stress. So that's where we're at. But I would love anyone else's take on it. It's completely free. You can sign up at neurospicyworkbook.com. I will put the link in the description also. Again, it's completely free. Sign up. I'll send you a link. Play around with it. Leave feedback if you see anything that's broken, or if you have any suggestions for things that would help your brain better when you're trying to be productive. So yeah, Neurospicy Workbook, that is my current obsession. Check it out. And yeah, let's get back to this.
So you're the adventurer of whom I've heard so much. Well met, friend. My name is Minfilia, and I lead the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. I have awaited your coming. Please, be at ease. You are among friends here. No doubt you are ripe to burst with questions. But have patience. All will be revealed in time. First, let me begin by telling you who we are and what we do. We are the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, an order that transcends political boundaries. Our single objective is the preservation of the future of Eorzea. Among our gravest concerns are the godlike beings known as the Primals. Their existence is a bane upon Eorzea, nay, the world at large, and we have striven to find a lasting solution to the threat they pose. Our order is home to a number of individuals who, like you, possess a rare and special talent. This talent takes various forms, but one holds particular interest for us. Tell me, have you ever experienced a sudden, inexplicable loss of consciousness? Have you ever had the sensation of being pulled away from reality? Felt as though you were hovering in space, a mind without a body? All these things are the manifestations of your talent. Yours is the power to transcend the boundaries of the soul, a power known as the Echo. The Echo allows you to pass through the walls of a man's soul and hear the resonations of his past. You will be there in his memories and see things as he saw them. You may even interact with that which you see, though you cannot change the outcome of events. For another blessing, the Echo will enable you to know a man's mind even if you cannot comprehend his words. In short, the Echo is a truly extraordinary power, and this power is strong within you. It is only a shame that we cannot use it whensoever we choose. That's right. I too possess the Echo. With that established, Let us return to the subject of the primals. So long as they exist, the realm cannot take so much as a single step towards true peace. Measures must be taken. Measures which transcend boundaries, be they of faction, race, language, or creed. And to do so, the scions require the aid of those with our talent. Make no mistake, the Echo will be instrumental in dealing with the primal threat. Without it, we cannot hope to save the realm. I know not what it is you desire for yourself, nor what it was that first brought you to Eorzea. But I firmly believe that the power we possess was given to us for a purpose. Why else would the gods entrust man with a gift so extraordinary, if not to have him use it? And so I implore you, lend us your power.
Naturally, your aid will not go unrewarded. We are fortunate to have a number of influential allies, and at a word from me, they will gladly afford you certain privileges that might otherwise be denied you. The right to employ retainers, for example. Are you familiar with them? They are individuals who may be relied upon to manage your assets and belongings on your behalf. She has a British accent. I'm fucking this up. The papers you requested, my lady. Thank you, Tataru. The pleasure is mine, my lady. I don't think her voice is that high, but I don't remember. By way of a welcoming gift, I've taken the liberty of adding your name to the retainer's registry. As of now, you are entitled to employ the services of a retainer. You will need to consult a retainer regarding the particulars of this arrangement, but believe me when I say the retainers will prove invaluable to you in your adventuring endeavors. Let this gesture serve as evidence of our commitment to do all in our power to facilitate your personal objectives. In return, we ask that you aid us to the fullest extent of your talents. A mutually beneficial relationship, I am sure you will agree, and one which serves the greater good besides. Well, that was a veritable lecture, was it not? Forgive me, but it is important that all concerned are aware of what's expected of them. Now you know our purpose and what we can offer you. I invite you to consider joining us. When you have come to a decision, you may tell me without fear of censure. In good faith, I shall entrust you with our order's password, which our members use to reach one another when afield. It is Wild Rose. Pray keep it safe. We scions have but one objective, to safeguard the future of Eorzea. Among our gravest concerns are the godlike beings known as the primals. Long have we striven to find a lasting solution to the threat they pose. I know not what it is you desire for yourself, nor what it was that first brought you to Eorzea, but I firmly believe that the power we possess was given to us for a purpose. Pray consider this when you give me your answer, Rael. I will go whither the wild rose blooms.
I take it you will help us. Wonderful! I knew you wouldn't let us down. But come, I would introduce you to your friends in the Order.
I'm so excited.
Tell me, does the name Sharlayan ring any bells? It used to be one of Eorzea's 6 city-states, and was situated in the northwest of Aldenard. The Sharlayans were the keepers of wisdom both old and new. Their mastery over magic and ether was unsurpassed, and even the Garleans knew to fear them. Among their number, there were a noble few who devoted their lives to safeguarding the future of Eorzea. When the realm began its descent into chaos, and their countrymen fled for the motherland, they alone chose to remain here. These noble men and women were called the Archons. Those same brave souls stand before you now. The masked woman is Ida, and beside her is Popalimo. The two are charged with surveying the Twelveswood.
Hello there.
Welcome.
Okay, my turn to introduce someone. That there is Thancred.
Dad cred.
He is our man here in ul'dah.
He is our
jewel of
man.
the
So
desert.
true.
Welcome to the team.
Oh, that's a different voice.
If I may, the lovely maiden beside me is named Y'shtola.
We've
Limsa
met.
Minsa has the pleasure of being under her care.
Greetings. I have been expecting you.
Greetings. That feels very Dragon Age.
Last but
Somehow.
not least is Urianger, who presides over all affairs within these halls.
This is gonna be weird.
Pray seek him out whenever you have questions.
Urianger.
Dawn may banish even the darkest night.
Fenris.
The words of a dear friend. I'm glad of our meeting.
At the Battle of
I
Carteneau,
love that.
our leader was taken from us.
God,
But
this is
we
gonna
did
make
not
me want to play
stray
Dragon
from
Age
our
again. I do
purpose.
need to get back to that too.
We sought out Minfilia and others with her talent, and together established the Scions of the Seventh Dawn.
Along with the Archons, those blessed with the Echo play a pivotal role in our endeavor to forge a brighter tomorrow for the realm. Oh, I should also introduce you to Tataru, our clerk. She ensures that everything runs smoothly.
Her voice always surprises me.
Pleased to make your acquaintance.
In time, I hope you will come to think of us as family.
Not what it sounds like.
But without further ado, I would assign you your first task.
Yes.
Urianger, have the documents arrived from the students of
Ifrit.
Baldesion?
We were just talking about Prime.
Aye, my lady. They arrived but recently.
We have received a request for aid from the Immortal Flames. Thancred, would you do the honors?
No, so too.
It would be my pleasure. Some days ago, a crystal caravan registered to Amagina and Sons Mineral Concern
Amagina.
was waylaid and divested of its cargo. But there is more. Within a bell of the robbery, several people were reported missing from the shantytown outside the city.
At a glance, one would assume the involvement of bandits, kidnappers, and coincidence.
But
Such crimes are hardly uncommon, and the Immortal Flames deal with their like almost every day. However, this time we have reason to believe that a primal is involved.
Aye, the evidence left behind implicates the eorzea, who are known worshippers of Ifrit. If we then consider the objects that were taken, there is no room left for doubt. The crimes were committed in the name of a primal.
That you may better understand the nature of our struggle with the primals, I would have you play the leading role in this investigation. You have my thanks. If there is aught you wish to know, I recommend you speak with Thancred. He is well versed in the affairs of ul'dah.
Ever at your service, fair lady.
I was trying to figure. I didn't remember why, because all of the voice actors in A Realm Reborn were changed for Heavensward. And I didn't know if that was like an issue, like something because of like how long it took or what, but I guess it's because the original VA work was done in LA and then they switched to a production company in London. Ready to begin, are we? That's the spirit. So then, your mission is to investigate a crystal robbery and a spate of abductions. Crimes which we believe to be connected. Assuming we are correct, it is like that any discoveries we make in relation to one will further our understanding of the other. Now, since the attack on their caravan, our friends at Amagina and Sons Mineral Concern have doubled security over all their shipments. In light of this, it is my judgment that the abduction should be our priority. According to our preliminary findings, the majority of the missing were last seen in the vicinity of Camp Drybone, so that would seem a fine place to begin. A fellow by the name of Isambard serves as the camp's de facto leader. Pay him a visit and see that he gives us his full cooperation. Why do you say it like that? It feels like a threat almost. I have a ways to go before I can get my chocobo, I think. I don't think I even get that quest until I'm on like MSQ 20. And we're on 17. Leveling just from running into an area. Whew. I am Isambard. Here to search for the missing folk, I take it. Minfilia sent word that an adventurer fitting your description would be along. She also warned us to be wary of the ul'dah. It seems we know who the culprits are at the very least. Now, I bear no official title at this camp, but the people here have come to look to me for leadership. Give my word that I'll do all I can to help see the victims safely return. Let us get right to it then. Minfilia names the ul'dah culprits in all this. You would do well to investigate them first. Much harm has been levied on these lands by ul'dah hands. The flames burn where they might. Their light cannot stay the darkness in all places at all times. There have been brutal murders of callers at the Church of St. Adama, Lendama, innocents wishing no more than to pay their respects to the dead. The poor souls deserve a proper burial. I would see to the deed before mongrels catch their scent. I know not if the ul'dah still linger. Would you secure their remains for me, friend? You will find them on the eastern road. 12 willing, you may even come to learn something of what the ul'dah seek in this area. Ripe corpse. Right. I'm not a warrior yet. Just a lowly marauder. It's one of those things that, like, I kind of want to switch to a different class, so I'm not wasting this XP, because I'm going to be so over-leveled. It is good to see you returned. Were you able to secure the remains of our fallen? With the bodies given back proper to the earth, the souls will find their way across to the other side. You have done a noble deed this day, I thank you. Now then, what of the ul'dah? Did you see any? Surely such massive monstrosities as they cannot conceal their presence, much less take their quarry unawares. Ah, so there were ul'dah remaining after all. I feared as much. Their part in the lowborn disappearing is all but confirmed. But I sense there is more to this than meets the eye. The occasional ul'dah raiding party would not account for people going missing in these kinds of numbers. The total is too great, and the questions too many. It would not surprise me in the least to learn of another hand in this. But whose? Countless travelers pass through Drybone every day, and even if it were one among them, how would we best discover who may be implicit in these vanishings? Okay, I think I am gonna do that. I think I'm gonna pause. I was thinking I would switch to Paladin because then I can use the same gear and it's also right over there. I think I could probably get Paladin to 17 pretty quickly.
20 minutes later.
What say we turn an eye to the common folk themselves? It may be among them that we find the reasons for these vanishings. 12 forbid it be so. There's a merchant by the name of Ungust, who was born here in Drybone and grew up in the Golden Bazaar. A rough character, but he knows the people here better than anyone else. I'd wager he's at the inn, quaffing away the day's earnings. Here, I'll write a note for you to show him, else he's not like to speak to you. Oh, this guy. Well, gods be damned. You're that bloody adventurer who threatened me back in ul'dah. What in the seven hells do you want with me now? Dear friend, missing people, please help. Yours, Isambard. Folk round here is as wary as they come. They'll turn tail and run if you so much as pass wind nearby. Played them all for fools and coaxed some hard labor out of them, I did. If anything, they're even more timid than before, what with all the disappearances. You can go talk to them yourself if you don't believe me. Please, miss, just leave me be. I have food for you, I can give you. I've nothing to say but this. I'll take who or whatever's been feeding off us low folk. What do you want from me? I don't know anything, I swear. Please don't kill me. Just as I told you, wasn't it? The whole lot of them are terrified. There's been talk of folk getting abducted, but if you ask me, they simply up and moved on to a better place. The place isn't exactly Costa del Sol, if you know what I'm saying. Welcome back, Rael. Have you learned aught of import? I see. I suppose I should have expected as much from Ungust. Another thought occurred to me in your absence. Common folk are nothing if not fervent in their religious beliefs. Perhaps if they speak freely to their gods, then the clergy may know something of use. We would know what the common folk speak of to their gods. We've no better place to ask than at the church of Saint Adama Landama. It is a small and humble church found in the northwest of here. And so long as you are headed there, might I ask you to deliver this embalmed corpse? A morbid request, I grant you, but it must be borne to burial, and I trust none more than you to see it done. We just met. Seek out a man named Marquez. He tends to the graves of the Lich Yard. He will tell you where the body is to be interred. I am Marquez, yes. A body. Of course. There have been so many bodies of late. I apologize, miss. If you seek a place of burial, then there is an empty grave atop the ridge. Take the path and lay him to rest there. I'm just carrying around a corpse in the inventory, as you do. May they all walk in Thal's realm. What? Missing people? I'm afraid I cannot help. But maybe Sister Orson can. She has been kind to me. Everyone has been so kind. I don't know why, though. Pardon me. You will find Sister Orson within the church wall. I hear you have done us the service of burying a fallen soul. Please accept our gratitude and extend it to Isambard when next you see him. You seek knowledge of missing Drybone inhabitants. It is true I am closer to the people than any other of the order. I confide in them, and they in me. When they wish to speak to their keeper, Thal, I am the medium through which they do. Should I learn anything pertinent, I'll be sure to share the information with you. I only wish Marquez would be more helpful in the matter. I pray he did nothing to offend. He saw terrible things during the calamity. His scars run deep. Indeed, he seems to now prefer the company of the dead over the living. While tragic, I fear such behavior ill befits the church. I received word not long ago that one of our recent visitors, a man called Thancred, I believe, took offense at his conduct. I must have words with Marquez, and soon. Thank you, Rael. A burial is no easy thing, even when the departed is a stranger. Were you able to learn aught of the missing common folk? You've been keeping yourself rather busy of late, haven't you, Rael? A pleasure, my dear Isambard. The name is Thancred, and I share a passion with you and our mutual friend here for learning what has become of these missing persons and why. I, too, spoke with Ungust, more times than I care to count. There seems to be some truth to this notion of the common folk speaking their secrets only to those in service to the gods. Prostration, prayer, penance, abject deeds done behind closed doors, away from prying eyes. Who better to take the pious unawares than she who takes confession? The good Sister Orson herself. Orson? She wouldn't. She couldn't. Even the most beautiful roses have thorns, my friend, and you would be wise to keep an eye to this rose. Still, the Lichkeeper Marquez, I'd swear to the 12 I've seen that face elsewhere before. Sister Orson, it cannot be. Though she is wont to travel to the Golden Bazaar on her own, and it is not uncommon to see her speaking to the children. But no, it could not be she. Could it? I grow weary of these suspicions. I know there's one child in particular that she is fond of. Pray seek out the boy, Rael, and see if you cannot glean something from him about Orson's activities. You didn't even tell me who the boy is. How do I know? Please help. Sister Orson went out all on her own and hasn't come back. She always reads to me right here about Thal and the Order and the other side. I told her I lost my shiny thing and she went looking for it. But what if monsters outside hurt her? Please find her. You know we're outside right now. You are the one from the church. Thank goodness you arrived when you did. It seems my gratitude is yours yet again. You spoke with the child? Yes, well, I was able to find his lost trinket. It is a ring given him by his mother before she passed. I will see it safely back to him. Sister Orson was attacked outside the Golden Bazaar? Gods forfend. I will secure a room at the inn for her should she require any rest. Searching for the mementos of orphans, and risking her own well-being in the doing, no less. Certainly not the dastardly deeds Thancred would have us believe. I'm well glad I reserved that inn room for Sister Orson. It seems she received greater injuries from her attackers than she initially let on. Thankfully, she is expected to make a full recovery. But now on to the matter at hand. Thancred came looking for you once more. He left word that he will be waiting at the Amalja encampment to the southeast. I pray the two of you are able to uncover some evidence regarding these disappearances. Ah, there you are, Rael. So good of you to come. Indeed, I've heard all about good Sister Orson. Isambard said her wounds were serious. It would seem my suspicions about the poor Rose were misplaced. But false though they were, perhaps my suspicions were not entirely without merit. Whilst following Sister Orson near the Golden Bazaar, a band of Amalja caught my eye. I tracked them as far as this encampment, but, well, let us say that I would much prefer to keep my distance and remain here. This, of course, brings me to why I requested you, dear Rael. Would you be so kind as to take a look inside? Sure. A queer leaflet, how did they know? Well, did anything tickle your fancy? This leaflet See the wealth of knowledge to the hands of your children. It looks to be some sort of assembly to provide the poor with work. The lettering, though, atrocious, is it not? And these bits about Nalthal seem somewhat less than studied. I find it hard to believe one among the order penned this. Oh, propaganda. Pray, take this to the inn at Camp Drybone. Let us see what Sister Orson makes of it. You walked in front of me. Why am I the one taking it? Men, you know what I'm saying? My savior comes again. To what do I owe the honor this day? What is this? Blasphemous. These are not our teachings at all. This was not made by any true brother or sister of the order. Of that I can assure you. Come to think of it, weeks ago the church was plagued by missing garments. Could someone be posing as a priest of the order to deceive the people? The plot thickens, Rael. Our culprit pretends to be a priest to lend credence to his deception. There is no doubt an irony in there somewhere. But I suspect we have a worthy adversary on our hands. I shall consider how best to handle this. For now, tell Isambard that what we have learned here. Once again, you left before me. Why am I the messenger? Posing as a priest? To think. These troubling notions aside, it is gratifying to finally be able to move this investigation forward. Thank you once again, Rael. I shall keep my ears and eyes open, now more than ever. I'm afraid I've not seen any unusual activity, nor have any at this camp given me cause to doubt them. But unless we can identify the culprit, and soon, more innocents will fall victim. Do not despair just yet, my friend. An idea occurs to me. Our suspect has been posing as a priest, using leaflets bearing false promises to lure the poor. Let Rael and me serve like with like by posing as impoverished souls in need of succor. I dare to hope that this will yield us the answers we seek. It will be a dangerous undertaking, but you two are more than capable of looking after yourselves. I'm next to useless in a battle, but I can supply the garments for the disguise. These old tunics and slops should serve your needs, so long as you don't mind the smell and the stains. These will serve very well. You have my thanks. Listen, Rael, so as to lay the foundation for our little ploy, we must make it widely known that more vagrants have arrived at camp and are desperate for coin. To this end, I want you to don the old garments Isambard has lent us and beg for work around the camp. Before long, the false priest should catch wind and approach us. I preach the teachings of Azema the Warden. Hast thou come to partake of the honey of her wisdom? Azema is the keeper of the sun and goddess of inquiry. All is laid bare beneath the light of her divine countenance. Open thy heart to this light-needy child, and thou shalt want for naught till the end of days. And you are? Another refugee by the looks of you. The immortal flames of neither work nor coin for your like. Begone and see to it you don't make a nuisance of yourself. And I was about to get to the good part. Looking for work, you say? Sorry, but we don't have any openings. Now get out of here so I can finish my story. What is it? Gods, not again. Look, being poor doesn't give you the right to pester whomsoever you like. Why don't you keep with your own kind out by that muddy pond of yours at Drybone? Aren't we in Drybone right now? Ermagerd. Greetings, good madam. Is there aught I might assist you with? Oh, I don't believe there is. I'm afraid our wares are very expensive. Mayhap you should rejoin your fellows out at the pond north of Sandgate. You have quite a knack for being a nuisance, Rael. The camp is abuzz with talk of newly arrived vagrants. And though we were unable to attract our wayward transgressor, we were able to learn that the poor have a commune by the pond north of Sandgate to the east of here. The eyes of the authorities do not reach that place, rather ideal for spiriting away hapless souls. Let us go there and wait for the kindly priest to come and offer us aid and comfort. Needless to say, you'll need to remain in disguise. A fine day for catching false priests, wouldn't you say? I don't know. It's like boring. You look absolutely smashing, Rael, positively dressed for deception. All that's left then is to wait for our quarry to appear. Smashing. Oh, you poor unfortunate souls. This is no way for men to live. No way at all. Who are you? What do you want? Be at ease, my child, for I mean you no harm. I am a priest of the Order of Naldthal, and I come to offer you succor. This leaflet bears the teachings of Nald. Trust to them, and they will surely set you free from the shackles of penury? A tempting offer, but I'm afraid I must decline. On account of that atrocious performance, you would have made a god's awful mummer, Ungust. What? How did you know? You bastards tricked me. Please don't hurt me. I was only doing it to protect my people. That's so. Do continue. Very well. I'm a man of the Golden Bazaar, raised there, if not born. Some moons ago, the Amalja raids began. They would appear sudden as a sandstorm, and plunder and pillage at will. Our defenders couldn't stand against them, few as they were. Everyone lived in fear. I wanted to save my people, but being a merchant was all I knew. So I did the only thing a merchant could. I approached the Amalja in hopes of brokering a deal. In return for sparing the Golden Bazaar, they made demands. Outrageous ones. Demands? Of what kind, pray tell? First of all, they wanted the schedule for crystal shipments from the Nanawa mines. For this, I bribed one of the workers to leak me the information. Next, they wanted me to bring them people, so I posed as a priest to learn the vulnerable and give them over to the Amalja. I didn't have a choice. Protecting one's home is a noble thing, but at the cost of innocence? You could have sought the aid of the immortal flames. You did not. I suspect you are not telling me the full story. What made you sell out your own people? Speak. It was good. What did you say? The coin was good, I said. I could sell mole meat for a score of lifetimes and not see even a fraction of what the Amalja pay me. You sacrificed innocence so you could line your own pockets? Words fail to express the contempt I feel for you. Spare me your contempt. If you want to blame someone for the mess the world's in, then blame yourselves or the gods. Wah! Not you again. Were you the one leaking the Immortal Flames patrol routes to the enemy as well? Spit it out. No, I know nothing about that. I swear it. At this stage, I'm rather disinclined to believe aught that leaves your mouth. But no matter. There'll be time enough to learn the truth. Rael, be a dear and take word of these developments to Minfilia, will you? I shall prize everything I can out of this filth. The abductees are still somewhere out there. Our foremost priority is to rescue them. Welcome back, Rael. I'm pleased that you and Thancred have been getting along. I see. You have done well to uncover the truth. My thanks for the report. As Thancred said, we must ascertain where the abducted were taken, and none but the Amalja know the answer. Suffice it to say they will not willingly part with this information. I fear blood will be spilled before all is said and done. Though we seek a peaceful solution to the primal problem, we must needs be ready to fight for our cause. That you might take to the field suitably prepared, I would have you meet with a goblin acquaintance of mine. His name is Mutamix Bubblypots, and he is a scholar of no small repute. Mutamix is renowned for having introduced a revolutionary method of enhancing equipment to eorzea. The knowledge of this method was once a closely guarded secret, but thanks to Mutamix and his students, it has now been disseminated to the great benefit of all the realm. It would serve you well to acquire an understanding of the process. For this purpose, I shall lend you a blade. Take it to Mutamix and bid him use it to demonstrate his craft to you. Mutamix is ever to be found at his camp in central Thanalan, a place known as the Bonfire. Look for a pillar of smoke, and the way will become clear. Is Uplander come to tentering of Mutamix bubbly pots? Fighty tool drinks an airy self. What? When full of airy self, Fighty tool changes to stony shine. Name of materia. If materia join with other Fighty tool, then big eyes. Fighty tool gains power of airy self. Mutamix is reckoning that Uplander is friend of minfilia. I think it's supposed to be like shh. Yeah. Yes, tongue flaps reach ears of Mutamix with fastness. Minfilia wants Uplander to see power of materia. Uplander brings Fighty tool to Mutamix, yes? Shkah. I don't know. Fighty tool is unstrong as eating tool. Make good teachy show of power of materia. The materia master. Now eyes of Uplander point at Fighty tool, yes? Shh. Materia will join with Fighty tool. Fighty tool gains power of materia. Fighty tool reborn. Here, Uplander, take Fighty tool to minfilia. Materia, strictly speaking, is a kind of crystal. It is created by drawing out the etheric constituents from a piece of equipment and then crystallizing them. Not just any old equipment will serve, mind you. It must have sufficient spirit bond, that being the measure of how fully an item has been imbued with its owner's spirit. When you attach a piece of materia to gear, you imbue the host item with its power. That's how Master Mutamix turned that dagger of yours from summit as would have struggled to cut steak into a weapon worth wielding. I feel like that's dramatic. Psh! Uplander wishes to be joiner of materia? Then Uplander best fill brain case with knowings of crafty making. With knowings of crafty making, Uplander can become joiner of materia. If Uplander wants brain case to rattle with knowings of materia, Uplander best trade tongue flaps with learny ones of Mutamix. Welcome back, Rael. I trust your visit to the bonfire proved fruitful. What a remarkable difference a single piece of materia can make. Granted, the skills needed to manipulate the substance are not easily acquired, but one need only look upon the results to realize such efforts are worthwhile. As I'm sure you are aware, the quality of one's equipment can be the difference between victory and defeat. Materia may well give you the edge you need, Rael, so make it your ally. Now it is time we discuss the matter of your next mission. Pray speak with me when you are ready to begin. Word has arrived from Thancred concerning our ongoing investigation. It appears he was able to extract some information from our friend Ungust, false priest. He revealed that he is due to meet with the ul'dah to discuss their dealings. The Immortal Flames believe that the meeting will present an ideal opportunity to ambush and capture the ul'dah responsible for the abductions, and so they mean to have Ungust attend as planned. As the ul'dah are anticipated to offer fierce resistance, the Immortal Flames have requested our support. I would have you provide it to them, Rael. Thancred is presently attending to another matter, but will join you as soon as he is able. Until such time as he does, you will be the scion's sole representative on the ground. Before he left, he bade me to tell you, save some for him. Such is his confidence in you, the confidence I share. When you have made ready, pray take yourself to Camp Drybone and report to the Flame Sergeant leading the mission. May you walk in the light of the crystal. You're Rael Risto of the Scions? My thanks for coming, friend. We're stronger for your assistance. Allow me to brief you on our mission. Our objective is to capture a ul'dah and prize from them the whereabouts of the abductees. The lizard men aren't aware that their man, Ungust, has been exposed. When they come to the rendezvous point to meet the traitor, we'll spring the trap. Owing to the clandestine nature of the mission, we can deploy only a small contingent. Every member must count, and so we requested the aid of the scions. The rendezvous will take place at the Invisible City. Please make your way there and lie in wait. We stand to learn much and more of the ul'dah plot if the mission succeeds, Rael. Let's make sure it does. I don't remember what I was using for his voice. Is the bait in place? Ah. Our man is in position, sir. Good. We make our move as soon as the ul'dah appear. Yes, sir. Wah! What is the meaning of this? Wait, something's amiss. Uh-oh. I'm afraid your little ambush ends here. I eluded the immortal flame's clutches for moons before finally being caught. Did you not wonder how I managed it? It was almost as if someone was feeding him information from the inside. Ha ha ha!